Hey y'all, this your girl again, the currency chick back with another call. I wanted to drop this, so let me do this too. This is GBP JPY. Um, and I'm on it currently on the 4 hour. Let me break down this analysis right fast with you. Basically, uh I'm gonna do it for my 4 hour time frame. Well, no, let me go down to the daily, see what I see. Okay, on this daily, if I had the stuff that I got on the chart, as you can see. It was a daily brick of structure in the past, and then over the past few days, it pulled back. You see this gap because the market just opened, and when it opened, it fell down. But right now, we kind of sitting at that daily support. So let me put this back on the screen right fast. Um, so as you can see, I had already had some stuff drawn on my chart. So this blue box is my daily demand zone. Um, and as I go down further, let me move this because actually, well, it probably don't matter at this point. But as I go down further in time or time zones to the 4 hour, you see that, and I was waiting for this to happen last week, but I was waiting for it to go up, but it pulled back deeper, deeper retracements. So, of course, you have your trend line from point A to point B all the way up. Um, it broke through the trend line. Yes. I'm gonna move this trend line back because this is my 4 hour because it might do something slightly different. I'm not sure yet. But what I'm about to explain is this 4 hour is still in an uptrend because this was the 4 hour breaker structure right here. And it broke that structure and then it pulled back. So as long as it doesn't break down here and the candles don't go past this point, we still in a 4 hour uptrend. It just pulled back and retraced deeper and deeper and deeper. So what I'm looking for what I'm looking for possibly to happen is let me split the screen again like I talked about in my other video. This is the split screen and I had already marked this up. And I should have posted this first. And let me put this, I had a fib on. Let me put it back. So what happened was when the market opened, based off this 30-minute time frame that hold on one second. Time frame that I'm looking at, I had a fib going to the downside because it had broke structure on a smaller time frame. And when the market opened, it gave us this big gap and it finished out this field structure. So the field structure played out. And once it did that, if you go back over to this 4 hour, it put us right into this demand zone on this 4 hour time frame. So at that point, I'm gonna remove this field because it already played out. So and what I said from my previous video is that when the market creates a gap, it likes to refill the gap. So at this point, I'm looking for the market to come back up and fill this whole gap right here, fill it back up. So I'm looking for some buys on GBP, JPY. The only thing that I don't like right now is the market just opened, so the spreads are really, really high. So if a person was to enter this trade right now, you would enter and you would be very negative into uh because you have to pay your spreads to the broker before all that. But that's a whole different ballgame. So what I would like I said, is for it to give me a nice bullish candle. And right now, we had divergence on the 1 hour from Friday. When I looked at it earlier, it looked like it died. I don't know, but I'm not going to pull it back up. Um, I'm expecting this to come back and tap this trend line first. But what I really wanted to do is I want the candlesticks to give me a buy and break back through this trend line. At that point, I possibly would adjust my trend line or delete it. If it give me a good bullish candle, like some candles going to the upside, these yellow ones, mine are yellow, some people's are green. And I still have this fib on here. So it needs to break above the 61.8 level and close above that level. And I at that point I probably would get in for the buys and rat it back up possibly to this 214 area up here. And matter of fact, let me I'm gonna do this. And I said here because that is where the previous resistance point um was on this 4 hour time frame. So yeah, I'm basing this off the 4 hour now. But like I said, I need some bullish momentum and for it to, even if it doesn't close above the 61.8, I just don't trust the fact that it broke through this trend line. Even if some people would well, some people would get in here and ride this back up, and that's like 100 pips, and that in itself is good money. But I needed to close above the 61.8. And if you go to the 30-minute, the same thing is basically I drew this little pink dotted line. That is a break of structure on the 30-minute time frame. So I basically need the smaller time frames to start showing me that it's breaking structure back up to the upside. So it has to break my trend line. I preferably probably wanted to break this. That's better. So break that structure zone right there, retest it. And when it retested, give me some type of support. Show me some support right here, which lines up with this area right here. And then give me more bullish candles and I can enter and ride it back up to here. So basically that's what I'm looking for. It also could come back and retest this trend line, the backside too, but I need something like that to happen before I can get in this trade and ride it back up. And I put my confluences on here just to, remind myself you need at least some people said two or three confluences to enter your trade, like the trend line, break and retest, some Fibonacci retracement, or Japanese candlestick patterns, this, that, or the other. That's just notes for myself. I have alerts on my zones. I don't think I have alert on the zone, but I have alert on my trend line and you know, of that nature. So I know once it's in that area, this computer or the trading view is going to alert me, and then I just go and look back at the charts and watch it to see, when I'm gonna possibly enter. And that's all to it basically. So I just want to make this short video. Now, like I said, I needed to push up. So if it doesn't push up, if it break through here, it's all over with, and the trade dead because it's dead. And then you could possibly go for sales, but I want this to push up. So I'm just gonna wait and see if it give me what I want, and then I'm gonna, execute that. And if I don't get what I'm looking for, then I'm gonna just continue to sit on my hands. All right, so that's the wrap up of this quick analysis of GJ. And I'll come back later with an update to see what happened. All right, guys, see you later.